Now to the war in Gaza and a blunt warning from President Biden to Israel as Prime Minister Netanyahu considers a full-scale assault on the southern city of Rafah. In a major shift in U.S. policy, President Biden says the U.S. will stop supplying Israel with offensive weapons if it launches this invasion. Ramy Inocencio is in Tel Aviv with more on that part of the story. Ramy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Gayle. And angry reactions are flying from Israel's far-right politicians to President Biden. Israel's national security minister posted on X, Hamas heart emoji Biden. Another lawmaker said the president's action jeopardizes Israel and the entire free world.
Every day in Rafah now, frightened Gazans are flooding the city's last functioning hospital with the newly wounded and the dead.
The health situation in Rafah is now very miserable.
Dr. Jabal Al-Hums told CBS News his hospital is struggling to cope, overflowing and understaffed.
All areas are not safe. All areas are targeted. All areas are aimed by airstrikes.
For the first time in this most recent war, Israel is in control of the Palestinian side of the Rafah crossing. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has stayed the course for a major military operation on Rafah, believed to be Hamas's last stronghold. In recent days, the militant group has still launched attacks from Rafah. One strike killed 4 Israeli soldiers. But 1.4 million people are crammed into Rafah, and President Biden has now very publicly warned Israel, do not escalate its invasion.
It's just wrong. We're not going to supply the weapons and the artillery shells used.
The Pentagon confirmed a U.S. shipment of 3,500 bombs was paused, concerned Israel will drop them on one of the densest places on the planet.
I've made it clear to Bibi and the War Cabinet, they're not going to get our support if, in fact, they go in these population centers. We're not walking away from Israel's security. We're walking away from Israel's ability to wage war in those areas.
Israeli national security expert Chuck Freilich.
The shipment that's been paused, how does it affect the operations in Rafah now?
Well, in the short run, it won't affect operations, but I think it's sending a very, very strong message, which has the defense establishment very, very deeply disturbed.
Freilich also told us that even though Israel may be beating Hamas militarily, Israel may have already lost in terms of its international standing. And that, he said, Gayle, is an incredible achievement for Hamas.
All right, Ramy Inocencio reporting from Israel. Thank you.